Guide for the Guitar by Kathy Ellis is a spiral-bound 259-page book with inspired arrangements that include everything from Beethoven to the blues that allowed the beginner, intermediate, and advanced players to perform together at the same time. It all began in 1981 when Kathy Ellis walked into a class of 45 guitar students at Miami Senior High School and almost fainted. 45 students meant 45 levels of ability from the very beginner to the very advanced, all in the one chorus room. And there were no practice rooms to try to divide the group up into either. Neither were there any textbooks or materials available for such a class. Being a jazz vocalist, composer, and arranger with a background in keyboard and guitar, and having used the guitar as accompaniment, Miss Ellis went home each night and began working on inspired arrangements that allowed the beginner, intermediate, and advanced players to perform together at the same time. She added bass guitar to give the sound depth, and voila! A guitar orchestra was born. Other teachers began to hear about these arrangements, and desperate pleas came in for copies for their classes.
My name is Doug Burris, and I'm the guitar teacher here at Miami Beach Senior High School. I'd like to say that the complete guide to the guitar has really helped our program here tremendously at Beach High School.
Hi, my name is Don Legg. I am a guitar teacher at Killian Senior High School in Miami, Florida. The use of the Ellis Family Music Company's books have helped my class. My kids love the music that's in those books. The arrangements are wonderful.
At the same time, Miss Ellis was working on her master's degree at the University of Miami, and one of the courses was the music of the Romantic period, which just happens to be when the birth of the guitar took place. Seeing the need for the students to also have a knowledge of a history of the guitar and guitarists, Miss Ellis put together the very first history of the guitar and guitarists in her developing thesis. Learning about the lives of classical guitar greats Fernando Sor, Giuliani, Aguado, Carulli, Tarrega, and Segovia gave new meaning to what they all went through to bring the guitar into existence as we know it today. Miss Ellis's master thesis became the complete guide for the guitar, and over the next 10 years evolved until it became the spiral-bound 259-page book you see today. In 1990, it was first adopted by the Florida State Textbook Adoption Committee in Tallahassee to a unanimous vote of approval and rave reviews, including the chairperson whose remarks, which are on record, included, "This is the best book I have ever seen for classroom guitar." The Red Book, as it is known by, covers not only the history of the guitar and guitarist, but it also has a section on copyright and publishing, as Miss Ellis, having had #1 award-winning songs of her own on the charts and having worked in the music industry, discovered that a number of her guitar students were also writing songs, and she wanted them to have the knowledge of how to copyright their songs and protect themselves against those in the publishing and recording industries that might try to take advantage of the novice writers. She also included information on the 3 performing rights organizations, so they would know about that as well. The Red Book covers 8 major scales and their relative minor scales. Each scale is a chapter unto itself and includes both the fretboard or fingerboard view and the written notation. There is also an extra help that Miss Ellis learned from famed Cuban guitarist Lily Batet, whom she studied with as a teenager, that uses a fraction to help the student find the note on the fingerboard while looking at it on the musical staff. She included this because she discovered that there were 2 types of guitar students: those that read chord changes but had trouble with sight reading, known as rhythm players, and those that sight read well and have trouble with chord changes, known as lead players. Some students can do both equally well, but to help those who cannot, Miss Ellis added in the fraction, which goes away after they learn to read better. Each chapter also includes sight reading, arpeggios, scales, solos, duets, ensemble pieces, music theory, and a quiz for reinforcement. The ensemble pieces include everything from Beethoven to the blues and have been performed in honors guitar festivals, concerts, and all-state guitar programs and clinics. This is the phenomenal Doug Burris with one of his guitar classes from Miami Beach Senior High performing the favorite Scarborough Fair from the Red Book. the ensemble pieces have been recorded and are on the accompanying audio CD. We have included a CD icon and track number for the convenience of locating them. As the guitar programs began to develop into second, third, and fourth years in Florida, as well as elsewhere across the nation, Dr. Rene Gonzalez, Don Kaufman, John Webb, Don Legg, and Steve Rucker all came on board to bring their wealth of knowledge and expertise with advancing level books in both the classical and jazz, pop, rock idioms. To help teachers with their usually gargantuan schedules, we also added supplemental ancillary books such as The Holiday Guitar, Volumes 1 and 2, The Romantic Guitar, Patriotic Guitar, which offers the teacher and the students all they need for great concerts. One of the most incredible guitar ensemble performances with Dr. Rene Gonzalez conducting is the Hallelujah Chorus with a group of advanced level guitar students at a district level concert in Miami-Dade County, Florida. The Hallelujah Chorus is from the Holiday Book, Volume 1. The books were adopted in 1997 and 2002, and although there was no music adoption in 2009, they have continued to be used by classes all over the state of Florida and all around the nation. One of the great things about this book is that it helps the teacher who is the non-guitarist have a great guitar program. It also helps the teacher who is a guitarist have extra materials and helps to have a great guitar program. We found through the years that so many guitarists had experience teaching private students on a one-to-one basis or a small ensemble class, but nothing prepared them for a large class setting of 30 or more students. We have included helps for them in the teacher's edition so that they understand the benefits of classroom management. In Miss Ellis's first year of teaching at Miami High School, she had 5 students that went into colleges and universities on full scholarships in guitar and bass guitar. Some of these students had come in on the Mariel boat lift and from other third world countries and were not those who would normally go to college. From this first group alone, one is a Dade County school music teacher, one is a well-known performing artist, and one has won Grammy Awards and just had his own HBO special. It means the world for these and all music students to be able to have all the tools possible to achieve greater heights. We have tried to give them as many of those tools as possible in the Complete Guide for the Guitar. Here is the awesome John Webb with his guitar and bass guitar students from Pensacola High School at the MENC conference in New Orleans, performing The Entertainer from the Red Book. Here is Kathy Ellis directing a group of guitar students at the FMEA conference. They are performing the Hungarian dance from the Red Book. Miss Ellis is showing the audience of music and guitar teachers how you can take one of the arrangements and make it your own.
A little more enthusiasm out there. Okay, that is fun.
Thank you for the privilege of sharing our wonderful guitar books and CDs with you. Have a wonderful musical day.